10 episodes down, 14 more episodes to go from one of the most underrated anime series of all time in the year of 2018. Well, anyway, hi, ladies and dudes. This is Rebecca Lynn Barkley, aka Boopop197. This is my review for a day. And today's review, ladies and dudes, well, my friends, it's that time again for another top 5 list that nobody has never done before. And this top 5 list I need to do for today is, well, to tell you the truth is, ladies and dudes, if you guys know me, I did enjoy the brand new anime so far called Basilisk, the Ouka Ninja Scrolls. And I will say this is one of the best animes I have ever seen so far that did blow me away from start to the middle point of the series. I will say it had a really good storyline for the most part, has great likable characters, beautiful character designs, beautiful animation. It had a very nice score, good cinematography, and great voice acting from both Japanese and English dub alike. But I was thinking to myself, what's gonna happen next in the next 14 more episodes to come in the later on episodes of Basilisk, the Ouka Ninja Scroll. So anyway, I decided to do a brand new top 5 list. And the top 5 list is going to be called the top 5 main hopes for the later on episodes of Basilisk, the Ouka Ninja Scroll. And there's a lot of them to be found. I want to see some good epic moments. I want to see some romantic moments with a couple of our characters here or there for each of the Kogas and the Igas. I want to see if there's any way that the two main characters will reunite again after the events of episode 5. And I wonder how the heck they're going to defeat those unknown enemies that came out of nowhere. Well, I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens. So, anyway, ladies and dudes, let's go on to my top 5 main hopes that I really want to see so badly for the later on episodes of Basilisk, the Ouka Ninja Scrolls. And sadly, I only got 3 honorable mentions that I want to write down on this very piece of paper. Just 3 honorable mentions. Okay, for my first honorable mention is, and this is one of the things I'm hoping and praying for that I really don't want to see happening. And don't forget the word. Don't. Okay, for my first honorable mention is I really don't want the Iga girls to be sexually harassed or raped by those unknown main enemies that came out of nowhere. Some of the members that came from the Joshin clan, if I remember right, and those other weirdo dudes called Rain. Yeah, I don't want any of the Iga girls to have the same fate as the other previous girls that came from in the original Basilisk anime. If you guys remember all the oh heck no moments that did happen in the original anime of Basilisk, something that'll give you nightmares for. The second honorable mention is I really want the main character, Hashiro, to reunite with the Koga clan. And the only way that Hashiro's former members of the Koga clan, the one who is known as the Koga Treasures, the only way that these 4 dudes who died way too soon in the anime, the only hope they could rest in peace is, I'm sure all they ever wanted is for their leader to go back to the village, reunite with his Koga clan, and start working with them. You know, the ones that are remaining alive even to this day, and that's very darn important. And the final honorable mention is, and this is the most biggest mystery of all, when the heck are we going to see Konosuke-sama's flute again? If you guys remember about Ganosuke Sama's flute, it is the only hope, this a pure main sign if the Kogas and the Igas will ever forget about this stupid Koga Iga war crap that happened 400 something years ago and, try to remain peace. Yeah, the flute remains the peace sign for both Koga and Iga alike. If we ever see that dude again, who's the second or the third son of Tori Hanzo, if you know what I mean. So those are my 3 honorable mentions. So let's go on to my top 5 choices for my main hopes of the later on episodes of Basilisk, the Ouka Ninja Scroll. Okay, for number 5, here's one of my main hopes that I really want to see for the later on episodes of Basilisk, the Ouka Ninja Scroll. It has something to do with Hibiki, the main female character for the Iga group, for the girls. And I would like to see her fight. This is one of the biggest mysteries of all. When the heck are we going to see Hibiki fight? I want to see this young girl in action. I want to see what could she do with her ninja powers. Since she has the same thing as Oboro Dono, she's pretty good with her eye technique very well. And yes, I will let you know, I do love Hibiki. She's a really good character so far in the anime. She has a good storyline, great personality and attitude. She's very cute, very pretty. And I'm glad that she's getting along with the Iga girls. The ones that are remaining alive right here, right now. But I will love to see her fight. And I did remember there was a picture of her with the daggers, and also in the opening credits, she had a small knife. Well, if you know what I mean. So yeah, hi Sadie. So yeah, that choice that I want to pick in my list deserves to be at number 5. Coming at number 4 is another ninja warrior I'm so darn concerned of, and that's the dude named Gourmet, if I remember right. Gobe. Oh man, I tried so hard to pronounce that dude's name, but I truly forgot. I think I will call him Gourmet from now on. Yeah, another ninja warrior I'm concerned is Gourmet. The dude who's in the wheelchair. And this is another good character I do like for the Basilisk, the Ouka Ninja Scroll. He's a really cool, interesting character. I will say he had a good storyline so far. He has a neat personality and attitude, and he did get along pretty well for both Koga and Iga alike. And I feel so sorry for him that he's in a wheelchair. I'm not sure if the E-Clan had something to do with this from many years ago or something like that. But I really, really want to see this dude fight. I wonder if this guy have any ninja powers or not. Maybe he's kind of like the same thing as, what's that dude's name with the armor? Shikaboo? I think he and Shikaboo were the only 2 Koga warriors who don't have any ninja powers, and that's a really unknown mystery to me. Yeah, I love Gorbe. He's an interesting character, and I will love to see him fight whenever we can see it for the later on episodes of this anime. So I picked that for number 4. Number 3 is a very unknown mystery to me, and I wonder if it's going to happen in this anime. For number 3, I really want Hachiro and Hibiki to reunite again. And yes, it is true, the last time they did see each other is on episode 5. And if you guys remember episode 5 very carefully, there was a moment at the near end. There was a weirdo fortune teller lady who's trying to tell them their fortune, but thanks to that of the eagle lady, she was trying to save them both until it was too late. That the kids had finally see each other and they released their eye techniques, and the big giant cherry blossoms came by, surrounded them, and the gusts of wind had shown up as well. I'm not sure what that storyline was all about, but I'm sure it'll happen later on in the anime. Yeah, I wonder what Hachiro and Hibiki's reunion is going to be. Maybe something that'll be tragic, something that'll involve romance, or what? I'm not sure what the storyline's all about, but I just hope and pray that they'll reunite later on in this anime series. So I have nothing else to say. So yeah, Hachiro Hibiki's reunion deserves to be at number 3. Coming at number 2 is another thing I'm concerned of, and this is going to be a lovey-dovey part on my list, is the Koga and Iga romance. Yep, there's going to be a whole lot of romantic feelings going on for a few remaining members of the Koga and the Iga clan. Yes, there's going to be some romantic feelings going on up in the air with a few of them. All I remember is that Ruby, oh, it's so darn hard to pronounce her name. She's in love with that dude who released insects. We got that Saizo character who's in love with the girl who has the magical scarf. And Gorbe is truly in love with that Iga lady who has a floating kimono. And I'm not sure about Shikabue and the tomboy girl. I'd rather see them as brother and sister, not a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship. So yeah, I have nothing else to say about that one. So yeah, the Koga and the Iga romance thing, it deserves to be at number 2. And finally, for number 1, is the most important thing I really want to see in all of anime history, and it's all about a true epic war that's going to happen in the later on episodes of Basilisk, the Ouka Ninja Scroll. And that is the remaining Koga and the remaining Iga clans is going to face the Joshin clan. Yep, that is the most important thing I really want to see most of all for this underrated anime series of all time. The remaining Koga and the remaining Iga are going to face one of the most biggest unknown enemies that we had never seen before. The Joshin clan. And they are going to face those weirdo people in this unknown castle that is about to be squeezed or crushed apart by this unknown insect that came out of nowhere. All I can say about this epic battle, it's going to be pretty darn epic, it's going to be brutal, it's going to be tough, and I hope and pray all the Kogas and Igas will survive this whole mess alive. I don't want to see either of them die, because I care about every single one of them that I began to know so far in this great anime series. And I'm sure that Hachiro and Hibiki need to work together and try to join forces if they can ever defeat this old monk dude who's responsible for murdering all the members of the Koga and the Igas. You know, the grown-up ones. So they can finally defeat them once and for all and let these Kogas and Igas finally rest in peace at long last. So yeah, the remaining Kogas, the remaining Igas versus the Joshin clan deserves to be my number 1 most biggest hope of all for the later on episodes of Basilisk, the Ouka Ninja Scrolls. So anyway, that's my whole entire top 5 list of my top 5 main hopes that I really want to see in the later on episodes of Basilisk, the Ouka Ninja Scrolls. And tell me, ladies and dudes, and this is for all the Basilisk fans out there, what is your main hopes that you want to see for Basilisk, the Ouka Ninja Scroll, for the next 14 more episodes to come? Well, whichever it is, leave a comment there and let me know. And join me next time for my next top 5 list to come, like coming of age anime, or my top 5 favorite actors or actresses who played our beloved Marvel characters. I will do that very, very soon in the main future. So anyway, that's my top 5 list for today, and I'll see you guys later, and sayonara.